Let me start by saying that we are back to the old days of the stronger person will win election anywhere. Stronger in terms of being in government or being in control of agencies of government. Uh, Kaduna, where I come from, has the record of the PDP candidate for Chikun and Kajuru constituency being abducted by officials of government and 25 other people when they were preparing and strategizing on how to participate in the elections on Saturday. Government officials, agencies of security drove into the place where the candidate and her agents were meeting, preparing to deploy to the polling units and took them captive. And we saw a situation where the candidate and her supporters, her key supporters who are strategizing, the strategy team, were taken away from the election or from participation until later in the day. And elections were being conducted without the participation of the candidates because agencies of government took them captive. And people are celebrating. We saw situations where PDP candidates in other places were targeted for arrest just before the election. And then you are celebrating. Nigeria is actually galloping backwards. The gains we had from 2000, 2003, 2007, up to 2011, the gains that INEC and Nigeria made in the electoral process have all been whittled down. We've now gone back to the days when might is right. If you have power, you have political power, you have control of agencies of government, you are bound to win election. And that is not positive for the country. We should be ashamed. Nobody should be celebrating when we win election by exhibiting power at the polls. It is not correct, and nobody should condone it. So, yes, they can declare themselves winners. The APC cleared all the votes or the seats that were for take on Saturday, but nobody is proud or should be proud of the conduct. And like they say, they will tell you to go to court. It's the common refrain now from the ruling government. After every election, they tell you to go to court, which is a terrible testimony or embarrassment to those of us in the legal profession, indicating that the courts are now maybe a segment of the ruling party. Nobody should be expecting anything. If you are unhappy, go to court. That is what the ruling party will tell you after winning the election by all means. And that is not a good testimony for the country. So generally, people have won in courts, people have wrestled power, and they are going to the National Assembly or houses of assembly with that type of mandate. And that is why nobody should be expecting that they will be working for them. They will be working for the system that recruited and imposed them on the people. Nobody should be expecting a proper management of the legislative houses. The legislative houses that are supposed to checkmate the executive are now just an extension of the executive because the executive conduct the elections and insist on winning every seat that is up for grabs. And we are watching, but the country is really moving backwards. We are not exceeding as far as political discipline and culture is expected.
Right.
Democracy is not practicing is not democracy at all.
If you're still in doubt and you still think that we are practicing democracy in Nigeria, you're joking. If you're still in doubt and you think that Tinubu is taking Nigeria somewhere positive, you're joking. If you're still in doubt and you think that this APC political party of thugs, of criminals, election riggers, is the party of progress for Nigeria, you're joking. After this by-election, Can you say candidly, beating your chest, to say that Nigeria is a democracy? Can you say that? All the gains that we have made getting to this point, from the day Yakubu Mahmood was appointed to become the commissioner of electoral process in Nigeria, the chairman of election in Nigeria, from that day, Nigeria started declining, electorally speaking. From the day Bola Tinubu became president, after they rigged the election and they used the court to certify that rigging, Nigeria started whittling backward. And that's why you see your House of Rep member, your legislators, you see they're not working for you. Check out how many laws have they made. Everything they've made is geared towards making life difficult for Nigerians. Tax reform, everything. Bills that they pass makes it harder for Nigerians. All in the name of what? A progressive agenda that is yielding nothing but impoverishing Nigeria more. So if you're still in down, I'm just here to open your eyes to tell you, what are you looking for as pointers? A political party that deploys thugs to go out with machetes, rig elections, use the institution of government to oppose and threaten oppositions, and you think those people, after they bribe their way, they were going to go and work for you. All your lawmakers that were rigged into power this year and in the last election and every subsequent election afterwards, up to 2025, how many of them have worked for you? All of them are working for one person, your governor. That APC governor in your state is working for one person, the president, just to make sure that same president comes back, because that's the assurance of rigging that will bring him back as well again. Just that one plan. All of them. In spite of how terrible this president has been, when they use government agencies to arrest opposition candidates, they impound them, lock them up. When they rig elections, use thugs. You think those people will work for you? When they appoint these court judges and give them judges' quarters, when they incentivize those judges, you think those judges will rule in your favor? How many laws, how many cases have you seen Nigerian government lose against the people? Absolutely none, especially under this government. When they inflate prices of projects, look at how much Wike said he built revamped the International Conference Center. Look at how much Umar is asking for to rebuild, no, just to revamp the Third Mainland Bridge. It cost an extra it cost 2 billion naira less, but he wants to build a new one, and he wants to repair for 2 billion naira more. Does that make sense to you for the people who we have in government? People who are not forward thinkers? Don't expect all these people who've rigged the election. Do you think Bola Tinubu is working for you? Anyone thinking that Bola Tinubu is working for Nigeria is joking. That man is a destruction that happened. I said this several times on this channel. The way Bola Tinubu got into power, that's the same way he would need to stay back in power. It would need to destroy the institution of government. It needs to destroy our electoral system to remain in power. That's the way he came in. He didn't come in by the mandate of the people. It came in by electoral fraud, certified by the judges. We all know, the entire world knows, that Bola Tinubu did not win 2023 election. That is why, from that moment he got enthroned as the president, he started working towards 2027. What has Bola Tinubu done to alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians? I'm asking you. We're not practicing a democracy. This is not a democracy. This is why Nigeria is still not a democracy. Nigeria is not a democracy in any form, in any way. After these by-elections, you can see. I'm asking you again, 2 years down the road, what has Bola Tinubu been able to do that you can count as positive for Nigerians? All they've done is work so hard to get themselves back in 2027. That's all they're doing. The governors of the APC states, the governors of the PDP states who are aligning with Bola Tinubu, because they know that the system is so flawed and the process is already going to be rigged. That's why they're all throwing their weight behind him. We want him to be president as well, so he can leave them alone. And then you then have an INEC chairman who is hell bent on making sure the country is destroyed. just for Bola Tinubu's sake. Mahmood Yakubu is a destruction to our system, and I hope that man lives to see the consequences of what he has done with our electoral system. I hope so. Because this destruction these people have caused our nation, they should not be the ones to avoid it. They need to see the consequences. So Bola Tinubu is not Nigeria's friend. He's not working for you. He's not working for me. He's working for himself. As bad as the failure that he is, and APC, the moment Nigerians don't want this political party, but yet they're the ones winning the election, make that make sense. That's what I'm telling you. Open your eyes. 2027 is not going to be jokes as usual, business as usual. They're coming with brute forces. And I've told you several times on this channel, they're coming with brute forces. They would make sure they rig the election, whichever way, because they must win by all means, considering how much they've stolen to impose on the people themselves. And they need to recoup that money. For them, it's business. But for Nigerians, we want a better Nigeria. What do you think? Do you think we still have a democracy, or this is just an electrocracy, where they will then use the court to judicialize the whole process to make sure that they come back and legitimize themselves? That's why I was struggling. Put your comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like. Please share, subscribe if you've not done so. Please subscribe. And don't forget to recommend this channel to others. I'll catch you in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.